Welcome back, all you Fabricants and Fleshbags, to the super, not funny show reviews. And today we're reviewing Reservation Dogs Season 2, Episode 5, entitled Wide Net, coming to you from FX and Hulu. So, was it good? Was it bad? And should you be watching? We got a very different episode of Reservation Dogs this week. And I would even say a bit of a decompression episode after the very heavy and very great uh, episode of the week before. So this time, when I started watching this episode, it felt a little off, like very strangely off. And it's because the res dogs aren't really in it. We only really get one of them, and that's Bear. But this is really a kind of a episode more about the grown-ups. Um, and I think this makes sense because, in the previous episode, we kind of saw, the different generations sort of mingle amongst each other and kind of, talking about, the Bear's mother and Laura's her aunt and everything, and so it was sort of, I guess, hinting at the fact that we might get to know a little more about them. And so in this episode, we find the ladies kind of stepping out, if you will. They're going to the IHS conference, and this is for the health workers and people who work in the health system for various native tribes across the U.S. who are getting together for a conference, professional conference. We also find out this is also a big socializing time for all of these people, meeting people from other tribes. And we kind of get a little insight or look into like the somewhat different culture. We had heard previously uh, the idea of a snag. That's what they were called. That's the slang, and it didn't really make a ton of sense except for, I suppose, like just like you know, a casual boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever. But they explained it in this one. It really is about, it's just a hookup. It's just a hookup that with somebody you probably will see again, and it doesn't really mean anything except a hookup. And so the ladies in this episode, they really do. They're going to have a girls, trip, I guess you could say. In fact, that maybe that is the deal. It's a girls' trip, and these are, they've been friends for a while. I enjoyed once I really kind of understood that and saw where everything was going. I really kind of settled into and really liked this episode a lot more. It was funny, but not like you know outrageously funny. But a lot of the good of it was really just getting to know these characters who, up to this point, because it's been a more of a teen focused show, has sort of been, as most parents and parental types are, sort of background characters who just come in to like be grown and be responsible and all that, as opposed to the kids. But we really got to see, the these ladies kind of shine some more, and just seeing them, it's almost like they're going to maybe a class reunion or something like that, or there's a lot of they're going to drink and hang out and just kind of party and like hook up. And so there's a lot of fun stuff within this. Seeing, I really loved getting a little closer look at Rita, that's Bear's mom, and her, her anxieties about being a mom, and that she's been a teen mom and all that other stuff, but also, does she still got it, and and teeny, and she's there, and they're just kind of like pushing each other and egging each other on. Bev, I up to this point I kind of been like, man, Bev's just she's just a really annoying, like just gets in everything in the way, and you really see another side of her, and the reason why she and Rita, they're good friends. And then another character, Natalie, which I hadn't really encountered too much in this. I don't recall so much, but it was really nice to see just this group of four friends, and they're just kind of having their little girls' week, and there's a little bit of friction between Rita and Teeny that we saw a little bit of it in the previous episode, but like we kind of saw it come around more, and both of them think they have maybe the better life. Teeny misses out on the fact that she hadn't had kids, and she sort of lived her life outside of the res, versus Rita thinking that she's got all this freedom. And just I really felt, I was like, man, I don't want to see these these ladies, I don't want to see these friends fighting, and then to see it kind of all come together at the end, where they really kind of come to an understanding, and they hang out without necessarily having to go get a snag. And that was really I thought was really awesome. um, and the rest and everything, there's still fun stuff. Dr. Kang, he's Asian, but he's fully embedded into the res, and so they sort of adopted, sort of not, but he's having a fun time. He's being silly, but also there's plenty of comic relief there, and just kind of seeing the way everybody partied and hung out and got together. It was really cool. I mean, it's really truly cool. I really enjoyed this episode. I think uh, just the fact that they can make you be so invested in these characters, and then they keep revealing, just peeling the onion back a little bit more, so you see a little more inside of who all these people are. And I'm really really hopeful that Teeny will show up more often, because I think she's a great character. She's a great I don't want to say foil, but she's a great addition that helps kind of uncover more character traits and things like that within the other people. And I suspect that she'll be a good addition to the life of Allura later on in the season. But overall, just really enjoyed this episode, and I cannot wait to see more of what's going on. But hopefully, as much as I like that, I do want to see the kids again, the res dogs. They're the main characters. It's good that they got some time off, but I want to get back to seeing the regular characters and what they've got going on. So anyway, that's my thoughts on this episode. What do you guys think about it? And what do you think about what I had to say? Get down to the comments section. Let us know what you're thinking. Of course, you can always hit me up, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com, or at supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. All right, all you Fabricants and Fleshbags, thanks for joining me. Come back next week. We're going to review the 6th episode of Reservation Dogs. Until then, I've been Mo Boupe, your resident fabricant and comic extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And I'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.